Words are among the most potent tools we possess. They shape our reality, influence our emotions, and alter our perceptions. When we speak, we are casting spells that can either heal or harm, uplift or diminish. Imagine for a moment the immense power contained within each word you utter. How often do we consider the impact of our words on ourselves and others? When you tell someone you love them, you're not merely conveying a feeling. You are creating a bond, a connection that transcends the physical. Conversely, when you criticize or belittle someone, you plant seeds of doubt and pain that can grow and fester. Words are like seeds. They have the potential to grow into something beautiful or something destructive, depending on how they are used. Think about the last time someone said something that deeply affected you. Was it a compliment that made you feel valued and appreciated? Or was it a harsh remark that left you feeling hurt and inadequate? The power of words to influence our emotional state is undeniable. This is why it is essential to be mindful of the words we choose to speak. Consider, for instance, the words you use to describe yourself. Do you speak to yourself with kindness and compassion, or do you engage in negative self-talk? The way we talk to ourselves shapes our self-image and self-worth. When we consistently use negative language about ourselves, we reinforce limiting beliefs and keep ourselves trapped in a cycle of self-doubt and insecurity. However, when we choose to speak to ourselves with love and encouragement, we cultivate a sense of self-worth and confidence. This is not about being falsely positive or ignoring our flaws. It is about acknowledging our inherent worth and potential. By changing the way we speak to ourselves, we can change the way we see ourselves and, ultimately, the way we show up in the world.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
One practical way to harness the power of words is through affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that we repeat to ourselves to reinforce a desired belief or outcome. For example, if you struggle with self-confidence, you might use affirmations like, "I am worthy," "I am capable," and "I am enough." By consistently repeating these affirmations, you begin to rewire your brain to believe them, which in turn influences your actions and behaviors. But affirmations are not just about repeating words mindlessly. They require intention and emotion. When you say an affirmation, feel the truth of it in your heart. Visualize yourself as the person you want to become. The more you can embody the feeling behind the words, the more powerful they become. In our interactions with others, the words we choose can either build bridges or create barriers. How often do we speak without considering the impact our words will have on the listener? It is easy to get caught up in our own emotions and say things we later regret. But when we take a moment to pause and choose our words carefully, we can communicate more effectively and compassionately. For example, instead of reacting with anger when someone upsets us, we can choose to express our feelings calmly and constructively. Instead of criticizing someone for their mistakes, we can offer support and encouragement. This does not mean we should avoid difficult conversations or shy away from expressing our true feelings. It means we should strive to communicate in a way that honors both our own truth and the dignity of the other person. One powerful tool for mindful communication is the practice of nonviolent communication, NVC. NVC, developed by Marshall Rosenberg, is based on the principles of empathy, honesty, and mutual respect. It involves expressing our feelings and needs without blame or judgment and listening to others with empathy and understanding. By using NVC, we can create more harmonious and meaningful connections with others. Consider how different our interactions would be if we approach them with the intention of understanding and connecting rather than winning or being right. Imagine the impact on our relationships if we chose words that uplift and support rather than criticize and condemn. This does not mean we should avoid conflict or difficult conversations. It means we should approach them with a spirit of compassion and a desire for mutual understanding. Our words also have the power to shape our reality. The stories we tell ourselves about our lives and experiences can either empower us or keep us stuck. For example, if you see yourself as a victim of circumstances, you're likely to feel powerless and defeated. But if you choose to see yourself as a resilient and capable individual who can overcome challenges, you are more likely to take action and create positive change in your life. This is not about denying reality or ignoring difficulties. It is about choosing to focus on what we can control and taking responsibility for our own lives. The words we use to describe our experiences can either reinforce a sense of helplessness or empower us to take action. By changing the narrative we tell ourselves, we can change our reality. One practical way to shift our narrative is through journaling. Writing about our experiences can help us gain clarity and perspective. By examining the words we use to describe our lives, we can identify limiting beliefs and patterns that are holding us back. We can then choose to rewrite our story in a way that empowers us and aligns with our true potential. In addition to changing the words we use with ourselves and others, we can also use words as a tool for manifestation. The law of attraction teaches that our thoughts and words have the power to attract what we desire into our lives. By focusing on positive outcomes and speaking as if they are already true, we can align our energy with our goals and attract them into our reality. For example, if you want to attract abundance, you might use affirmations like, "I am abundant," "Money flows to me easily," and "I am open to receiving all the good the universe has to offer." By consistently speaking these affirmations, you align your energy with the vibration of abundance and open yourself to receiving it. But it is not enough to simply say the words. You must also believe them and take action towards your goals. The power of words lies not just in the words themselves, but in the intention and energy behind them. When you speak with conviction and take aligned action, you create a powerful force that can manifest your desires. In our daily lives, we are constantly bombarded with words from various sources: the media, social media, conversations with others, and our own inner dialogue. It is essential to be discerning about the words we allow into our consciousness. Just as we are mindful of the food we eat and the environments we inhabit, we should also be mindful of the words we consume. Consider the impact of negative news, gossip, and toxic conversations on your mental and emotional well-being. These words can easily infiltrate our minds and influence our thoughts and emotions. By choosing to surround ourselves with positive and uplifting words, we can create a more supportive and empowering environment for ourselves. This might mean limiting exposure to negative media, choosing to engage in positive conversations, and surrounding ourselves with people who uplift and inspire us. It also means being mindful of our own words and choosing to speak positively and constructively. As we become more aware of the power of our words, we can begin to use them intentionally to create the life we desire. We can choose words that empower and uplift, that heal and transform. We can create a reality that is aligned with our highest potential and our deepest values. Now, I want you to think about a time when someone's words deeply impacted you, either positively or negatively. How did those words shape your perception of yourself and your reality? How might your life be different if you chose to speak to yourself and others with more intention and compassion. As we continue this exploration, let us remember that words are not just sounds or symbols. They are energetic vibrations that carry the power to create and transform. By becoming more mindful of our words and using them with intention, we can harness their magic to create a more loving, compassionate, and empowered world. In our journey towards greater self-awareness and personal growth, it is crucial to recognize the role that words play in shaping our beliefs and behaviors. The language we use reflects our inner world and influences our outer reality. When we choose words that align with our highest values and intentions, we create a powerful resonance that attracts positive outcomes and experiences. Consider the words you use to describe your goals and dreams. Are they filled with doubt and fear, or are they infused with confidence and possibility? The way we talk about our aspirations can either propel us forward or hold us back. By speaking about our goals with enthusiasm and belief, we set the stage for their realization. One practical way to do this is by creating a vision board or writing a vision statement. These tools help us articulate our intentions and keep our focus on what we want to achieve. By regularly reviewing and speaking about our vision, we reinforce our commitment and keep our energy aligned with our goals. Another powerful way to use words as magic spells is through gratitude. When we express gratitude, we acknowledge the abundance and blessings in our lives, which in turn attracts more of the same. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, creating a positive feedback loop that enhances our well-being and attracts more positive experiences. Consider keeping a gratitude journal where you write down things you're grateful for each day. By regularly expressing gratitude, you cultivate a mindset of abundance and attract more of what you appreciate. This simple practice can have a profound impact on your overall happiness and fulfillment. In our interactions with others, the words we choose can either create connection or division. How often do we speak without truly listening or understanding? Effective communication requires not just speaking, but also listening with empathy and an open heart. When we listen deeply, we create a space for genuine connection and understanding. One practical way to enhance our communication skills is through active listening. This involves fully focusing on the speaker, acknowledging their feelings, and responding with empathy. By practicing active listening, we can create more meaningful and supportive relationships. Consider how different your interactions would be if you approach them with the intention of truly understanding the other person. Imagine the impact on your relationships if you chose to listen with empathy and respond with compassion. This does not mean agreeing with everything the other person says, but rather honoring their perspective and seeking common ground. Our words also have the power to heal. In times of pain and suffering, compassionate words can provide comfort and solace. When we offer words of support and encouragement, we create a space for healing and transformation. This is not about offering empty platitudes or superficial reassurances, but rather speaking from the heart with genuine empathy and care. Consider how you can use your words to support and uplift those around you. Think about the impact of offering a kind word or a listening ear to someone in need. By choosing to speak with compassion and empathy, you can create a ripple effect of healing and positivity in the world. As we become more aware of the power of our words, we can also recognize the impact of our inner dialogue. The way we talk to ourselves can either empower us or limit us. Negative self-talk reinforces limiting beliefs and keeps us stuck in patterns of self-doubt and fear. By choosing to speak to ourselves with kindness and encouragement, we can break free from these patterns and create a more positive and empowering narrative. One practical way to shift our inner dialogue is through self-compassion. This involves treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend. By practicing self-compassion, we can cultivate a more supportive and loving relationship with ourselves. Consider how you speak to yourself when you make a mistake or face a challenge. Do you criticize and judge yourself, or do you offer words of support and encouragement? By choosing to speak to ourselves with kindness and understanding, we can create a more positive and empowering inner dialogue. As we continue to explore the power of words, it is important to remember that words are not just about communication, they are also about creation. The words we use shape our reality and influence our experiences. By becoming more mindful of our words and using them with intention, we can harness their magic to create a life that is aligned with our highest values and aspirations. Now, I invite you to reflect on the words you use in your daily life. How do they shape your reality and influence your experiences? How might your life be different if you chose to speak with more intention and mindfulness? By becoming more aware of the power of our words, we can create a more loving, compassionate, and empowered world. Consider the impact of your words on those around you. How do your words influence the people in your life? How might your relationships change if you chose to speak with more empathy and understanding? The power of words lies not just in the words themselves, but in the intention and energy behind them. By speaking with love and compassion, we can create a ripple effect of positivity and healing in the world. As we become more mindful of our words, we can also recognize the impact of the words we consume. The media we watch, the books we read, and the conversations we engage in all influence our thoughts and emotions. By choosing to surround ourselves with positive and uplifting words, we can create a more supportive and empowering environment for ourselves. Consider the impact of negative media and toxic conversations on your mental and emotional well-being. How might your life be different if you chose to consume more positive and uplifting words? By being mindful of the words we allow into our consciousness, we can create a more positive and empowering reality. In conclusion, words are among the most powerful tools we possess. They shape our reality, influence our emotions, and alter our perceptions. By becoming more mindful of our words and using them with intention, we can harness their magic to create a life that is aligned with our highest values and aspirations. As we continue to explore the power of words, let us remember that they are not just sounds or symbols. They are energetic vibrations that carry the power to create and transform. By speaking with love, compassion, and intention, we can create a more loving, compassionate, and empowered world.